So Amberay and her hubby Kennedy Rapudo have been out here living soft life goals, this time from the beautiful streets and islands of Thailand. Yep, you heard that right. After fans applying pressure and pressing like they were ironing shirts, Amberay finally admitted yesterday that indeed she needed to travel outside the country. Life has been lifting, as where else could she get such an experience? But let us not lie, 2025 has honestly been nothing short of a travel bonanza for this couple. They've been to Singapore, Malaysia, and now recently Thailand. It's clear that the universe is dealing them a sweet hand this year. But with online in-laws, we're not that easy to impress. What our TikTok have literally zoomed in, paused and analyzed every frame of the vacation content like it's CSI in Bangkok. So one question that has popped up like popcorn is, if Kennedy Rapudo owns a travel company, why has he been so excited in their recent trips? As if he's new to the travel thing. You'd expect that someone owning a travel company would probably be used to the traveling. And even juicier, why are most of their international trips being sponsored by another travel agency? Adequate Safaris has been the sponsor behind their trips. This is the same agency owned by Samon Tabu's latest daughter. Backed up by her father, we can see that Sis is clearly making power moves. But let's rewind for a second, back to the Rapudos. People have been side-eyeing Rapudo's source of wealth for a while now. People have been questioning whether it's legit business or whether Amberay has been the one footing the bills, or whether he could be a Kenyan Pablo Escobar in disguise. In relation to his source of income, a TikToker who has so far been declared the Minister of Bitter Truths was not holding back. In this video, Sis says it raw, alleging that Rapudo seems to be riding on Amberay's endorsements.
Girl, so I'm not going to talk about her anymore. However, let's talk about the man. Is it just me, or didn't they once claim that this man owns a travel agency? Because honestly, the way he's been so giddy and excited on these few trips they've been on, it's not giving somebody whose first matters travel. Anyway, this is the year that I told God I want to leave the market. And I'm not picky. I told him, just as long as you do not bring me a Luo man who'll ride on my endorsements for survival, I'm good. Anyway, God bless you. Bye. Mwah.
And even questioned why Rapudo has been acting like a puppy discovering peanut butter in the recent trips with his bae Amberay.
Most essentially, then when you tell them to take a bite, they're like, no, Nia Biashara, because they know they put some roadkill in there. There's somebody's dog with a hint of cat. Somebody's Siba is what they're...
But before we throw stones, let's go back to the receipts. In one of his interviews with Ogaobina, Rapudo explained his source of income. He mentioned that he is a hustler, started off as a hawker, at some point sold chickens, then worked for an oil company before getting into the travel game with some Dutch partners. He said his role is specifically and primarily bringing Dutch tourists to experience East Africa. Amberay, being the ride or die that she is, also backed him up on this. She said that this is actually why they explore Kenya so much, or why they were exploring Kenya so much, because that's his main work territory. Remember that one time when Kenyans and netizens, fans of Amberay, were really pressuring her to travel outside the country? That is her and her husband Kennedy Rapudo, and they did by going to a nearby country here in East Africa. And Kenyans were like, hisi travel bana, hapo ni neighbors too. And people literally said that, Amberay just isn't traveling as she used to anymore. But honestly, when we piece it together with the information that they gave earlier on, it kind of makes sense. If Rapudo's job is to bring Dutch people to tour Kenya and East Africa, then yeah, maybe most of their trips have been local, and that is why they've been local. And this also explains why they have been excited in their trips to Malaysia, to Singapore, to Thailand. Plus, let's also not pretend, even Simon Kabu and Sarah Kabu, people who literally own a travel company, that being Bonfire Adventures, they act over the moon when they travel. Have you seen their videos? They take, these videos, they're having fun, they're excited. Excited is free, and we all love new adventures, whether we are travel company owners or not. So I guess maybe let's not be too hard on Amberay and Rapudo. They are doing their best to enjoy their life. Maybe at the end of the day, we all just love drama. We love questioning people's money moves and their lives a little too much. But hey, that is the internet for you. And low-key, I know we are all members of online DCI. But let me know what you think. What do you think is the real story here? Do you believe what they've said, or do you believe that it was a perfectly curated narrative for Instagram and the media? Share your thoughts and engage with me in the comment section. And thank you for taking your time to watch this video. I hope you are entertained or informed. Stay tuned for more updates.
What are you saying?
Last time we traveled in Malaysia and Singapore. I didn't get to Ghana and I was not very happy. So now I walk on the
I didn't know that kutakuwa na easy vitu.
Maybe
we're in vacation, I can't cook here.
Once in a while, let's not pick mzee wangu.
Tutoa pia ugali.
Baby, umeona mjelo let's not pick ugali.
Oh my God, but this place is so beautiful.
I love it, it's beautiful.
Hey.
Ati
naye ugali, baby uweze kuja kunieka kupika huku shwari. Nimekaa kwa ndege ni 9 hours. Nifike huku nianze kupika.
Si from kesho.
Yeah.
Kesho na kesho kuchwa.